What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Being a Reaction. Today we're looking at Thor versus Vegeta death battle. Let's go to get it started.
Money making season and being broke is treason.
Wiz, hey, don't be mad, but I pushed some buttons in your lab and now I'm in cyberspace. Looking for that elusive dislike bar that's been missing for months, but look what I found instead. Beer. Okay, not real beer, it's a bunch of emojis. Listen up, this is crazy. Did you know the Death Battle channel offers memberships for less than $3? I know, it's a steal. Members get exclusive badges, live streams, behind this, click the join.
Thor, the god of thunder.
And Vegeta, the prince of all Saiyans.
The sky shakes when they appear, and the earth trembles when they approach. No world can contain the power of these two gods of war.
Or their
I don't
ego.
see, before this even starts, I don't see how Thor could even go against Vegeta. Vegeta is a universal planet buster, like universe buster. Like Thor is, he's an Asgardian. He can survive the concentrated energy of a star. Okay, that's cool. That's durability. But his strength has never been anything fantastic. Like him, like his actual strength has never been anything crazy. His thunder, lightning powers have been decent. There's no like, but even then, that's like light speed at the most, or lightning speed, which is even slower. So lightning speed, Vegeta is so much faster than lightning speed. And even if you was to say that his thunder powers is light speed, Vegeta is faster than light speed. So like his powers can't even touch Vegeta. Vegeta could blow up planets when he was very first introduced. Before Super Saiyans, before like all that stuff. And I just don't see how Thor could win. I'm trying to think of like comic book Thor. Comic book Thor, when he lost his eye and became king, he was more powerful. But even still, like that, I just don't see it. But I also don't read Thor like that. So I don't know. Maybe they can convince me that he's more powerful. But right now, I just don't see it, man.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Thunder cracks, the heavens rumble, lightning blinds your eyes. You look up to the sky and pray for mercy because Thor is angry.
Well, you would have if you were a Viking. Nowadays, we don't have time for myths and legends.
Oh, don't we? For in the modern mythology of Marvel Comics, the Norse god of thunder was reborn.
And I'd wager this Thor is a hell of an upgrade.
The son of the All-Father Odin, Thor lived the life of a warrior prince, battling all manner of magical foe for thousands of years.
That is, until he got a little too big for his britches. So to teach him a lesson about humility and compassion and whatever, Odin exiled him to the worst place in the universe, New York. Ooh, you hate to see it.
Thor's Asgardian body is immensely durable, immune to disease, and capable of healing far faster than any mortal man.
He's also the literal god of strength. We're talking lifted a planet-sized serpent strong, knocking out the Phoenix Force strong, arm wrestling with Hercules and almost throwing the Earth out of orbit strong.
Notably, he was once blasted with a graviton bomb, which subjected him to the gravity of a neutron star. That's over 200 billion times greater than Earth's gravity.
And he's got
That's
the
a nice
stamina
feat.
to match. Nice. Able to fight for 40 days and 40 nights without stopping.
And what better weapon for the god of storms to wield
That's
than
pretty
a
average.
sentient cosmic storm? Eon
Fighting for 40 days and 40 nights for superheroes, especially like on Vegeta's level, it's pretty average. It's nothing. It's good that you can do it, but it's nothing to, you know, brag about too much.
And what better weapon for the god of storms to wield than a sentient cosmic storm? Eons ago, the almighty god Tempest rampaged through the universe. It arrived in Asgard, and after a pitched battle, Odin managed to trap it within a block of the magical ore Uru that he would forge into his son's hammer, Mjolnir.
Oh, what more can be said about this beautiful thing? Forged in the heart of a dying star that went supernova and killed the dinosaurs, Mjolnir is maybe my favorite favorite thing ever. He can channel bolts of lightning, manipulate the weather, open portals to other dimensions, and absorb and redirect energy attacks. Or just suck it out of your body against your will, like with this radiation dude. The present's not gonna be present for much longer.
I didn't know he could
He's even used
suck it out of you.
Mjolnirs to absorb the power of the God Bomb, which would have killed every deity in existence across time and space.
That's just the tip of the iceberg. Mjolnir can transmute the elements.
Okay, so if it can absorb all that energy, then it could probably absorb Vegeta's attacks. Then, if it can absorb that much, that would have destroyed the universe. They said. Well, hold on, what they say? Let me go back a little bit.
The present's not gonna be present for much longer, bud.
He's even used 2 Mjolnirs to absorb the power of the God Bomb, which would have killed every deity in existence across time and space.
Yeah, if it could do that, that's gonna be a key factor in this fight. Cause specifically Vegeta's attacks, I don't think he could output that much energy to destroy every deity. Well, then again, I don't know, because by the time he goes Super Saiyan Blue, that's supposed to be Super Saiyan God level, you know, and they fighting the deities of their universe. I'm talking about Vegeta. They talking like what's his name? The cat dude Beerus. He's supposed to be like a god of destruction and all that. Like, so they're fighting gods in their universe. So at the same time, I don't know. But then again, if Thor can absorb energy like that, that's gonna be a big determining factor in this fight. That might tip it in his favor. So we'll see.
That's just the tip of the iceberg. Mjolnir can transmute the elements, turn Thor invisible and intangible, let him travel through time, and even bring people back to life. And if Thor wants to fly, all he has to do is take it for a spin. Literally, he throws that motherfucker as hard as he can and holds on for dear life.
And when he does, it flies fast enough to cross the entire galaxy in seconds.
Only one problem. It's a little teeny. Unlike Thor's big-ass axe, Yarnbjorn, it's sharp enough to cut through celestial armor, and it's unbreakable, and an axe. Okay,
It's an axe,
it doesn't
yeah.
have a galaxy storm inside it, but it's still pretty cool. Oh shit, look, Wiz, I'm worthy.
So, no, you're not. There's no enchantment on the axe.
Well, then what the hell am I gonna do with this?
But should he face an enemy beyond the likes of even his world-shattering strength, Thor can harness his inherent godly power into one single ultimate attack, the God Blast.
God is right. Even Galactus, the devourer of worlds, shit his pants and bounced at the sight of such an awesome attack. Jesus, even the Avengers seem pretty small potatoes compared to this guy. Why'd he even bother with them?
Because not every problem can be solved by hitting it really hard.
Bullshit.
That was the point of Odin's lesson, to force his headstrong son to confront a world more complex and nuanced than his millennia of battle had prepared him for. Thor had to be more than a warrior, he had to be a hero.
He's battled Thanos, the Silver Surfer, and even the Sentry.
The Sentry is strong enough to contend with the World Breaker Hulk, a being strong enough to destroy the Marvel Universe over 100 times over.
And fast
Dang.
enough to demolish Ares, the Greek god of war, who can fight within the span of plank time. That's like the tiniest amount of time that we can imagine. There are as many planks in a second as there are grains of sand on Earth. Oh wait, did I say Earth? I meant 10 million billion Earths.
Thor has tanked disintegration beams trying to tear apart his atoms one by one, survived Mephisto trying to consume his soul, and even withstood a temporal rift that aged normal people to dust.
Oh, he's a hard bastard to kill, and even nastier when he...
Okay, these are a lot of good feats, man. Like I said, I didn't know too much about Thor. I just knew a couple comics because I didn't read him like that. And going off the shows and the movies. And like I said, a few comics that I knew. But yeah, they put out a lot of good feats. He can go back in time. He can absorb all that energy stuff. He can bring people back to life. I didn't know he could do that stuff. But yeah, he got a lot of good feats to him, man. And a lot of good durability feats, which is important when you fight in the Saiyan. So he got a lot of things going for him.
normal people to dust.
Oh, he's a hard bastard to kill, and even nastier when he loses his temper.
By entering a state known as Warrior's Madness, Thor commits an unpardonable sin in Asgardian society and willingly sacrifices his sanity for a tenfold increase in power.
Yeah, despite being a really sweet lunk that talks like he's in Masterpiece Theater and dresses like he's in What's Opera Doc, Thor has struggled with being worthy of his father's legacy and throne. But no matter what unbelievable shit Marvel throws at him, Thor always rises to the occasion. Take the time this big machine called the World Engine was controlling Yggdrasil, the world tree that connects 10 universe-sized realms.
The World Engine's purpose was to mechanically trick Yggdrasil into disrupting the natural flow of Ragnarok, the end of the world.
So Thor just pushed it and literally reversed the flow of fate. That's right, he outmuscled a giant multiversal tree and prevented Armageddon. Not a bad Saturday.
And he'd go a step further and defeat the mysterious elder gods that manipulated the cycle of Ragnarok in the first place, ending it forever. So perhaps now when you look up at the thundering sky, you won't fear the god's capricious wrath.
Because you'll know it's just Thor, the god of thunder, kicking ass and saving the day.
Okay. He got some nice stuff going, man.
Planet Vegeta, home to the bloodthirsty warrior race known as the Saiyans, and named for their mighty leader, King Vegeta. Noting the Saiyans' proficiency in genocide, the alien emperor King Cold and his son Frieza contracted them to be their personal hit squad, conquering worlds in their name.
But when Frieza felt these monkeys were getting a bit too uppity for their own good, he nuked them in their whole planet.
The king was dead, leaving his young son, the Prince Vegeta, alone. Burning with a grudge against Frieza for wounding his ancestral pride, Vegeta awaited the moment he could extract his revenge.
As one of Frieza's former top enforcers, Veggie was
Wait, Vegeta is 68 years old? I didn't know that. I thought he was like late 40s, maybe early 50, or maybe just like at 50, like early 50, yeah. I didn't know he was 68. That's kind of wild.
Could extract his revenge.
As one of Frieza's former top enforcers, Veggie was trained from birth to be one of the greatest warriors in the universe.
It helps that planet Vegeta had a gravity 10 times greater than that of Earth's, making his natural physiology significantly stronger and more durable than a human's.
As in making the whole friggin' Earth shake just by throwing hands.
And like all Saiyans, Vegeta can harness his ki, or inner life force, as a physical energy to make him even stronger, faster, and tougher than that.
Or literally shoot it at your opponent to blow him to kingdom come. That's right, Vegeta can point and click a planet out of existence with his soul. Man, that's hardcore.
He can use ki to fly at faster than light speeds, slice you to pieces with an energy blade, and even hold you in place with energy rings.
So, let's be real. Vegeta's favorite attacks can be summed up with Big Ass Laser. He's got the purple Big Ass Laser, two-handed Big Ass Laser, rapid fire Big Ass Laser, exploding ball Big Ass Laser, and f***ing omnidirectional your ass's grass Big Ass Laser. Though I gotta say, my favorite is the mouth wide open vomit Big Ass Laser. Though that's more of a Nappa thing. Kinda like this.
Impressive ki mastery, Boomstick.
It hurts when I breathe.
Vegeta's most terrifying ability, however, is the one inherent to his Saiyan biology. Whenever a Saiyan survives a life or death struggle, their power increases exponentially. That's what Frieza was so terrified
the little Zenkai boost.
Infinite evolutionary potential.
So it's no wonder Vegeta eventually toppled the alien tyrant with the help of another surviving Saiyan, Kakarot.
And with Frieza's defeat at the hands of this earthbound Super Saiyan, Vegeta had a new rival and a new goal.
Become blonde! No battle required. Vegeta can harness the rage of his Saiyan heritage and transform into a Super Saiyan 2 and a Super Saiyan 2.
But try as he might, Vegeta struggled to keep up with Goku's ever-increasing power.
I guess it doesn't help that Veggie is maybe the single cockiest bastard to ever have existed. Yeah, sure, dude. Let Cell become perfect. Nah, we'll be fine. Hope your spine is doing all right. dumbass.
Though Vegeta did manage to accomplish something that even Goku couldn't do on his own, becoming a god.
Once he and Goku met the god of destruction, Beerus, they had a whole new lineup of martial artists to conquer, with some angelic training to boot.
With Spirit Fission, Vegeta can forcibly absorb an opponent's ki with every strike.
And he even learned Goku's patented instant transmission, allowing him to teleport huge distances.
But most importantly, with God Ki, he can go even further beyond and become a Super Saiyan God, a Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, and a Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan evolved.
His power
Man, what?
completely.
The name and scheme of this is so horrible, which is why part of the reason why I don't like Super. The name and scheme is just, come on, man.
Saiyan, and a Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan evolved.
His power got completely insane. The dude was strong enough to destroy the room of spirit and time, an entirely separate dimension, just by powering up.
When Goku fought Beerus, he nearly destroyed the universe, and that was the very first time he ever went Super Saiyan God.
Considering we've measured Dragon Ball's Universe 7 to be up to 13 times bigger than our own, he'd need to be punching with that much more energy to bust it. And since the shockwaves of their punches traveled across the universe in seconds, Goku would have had to be punching that fast too.
And that's not accounting for Vegeta's training in various exponential transformations. When an amount of power is measured by how many universes it can destroy, that power itself becomes incomprehensible.
Yeah.
We're not done. Vegeta can tap into the same monstrous energy Beerus has, destruction energy. And when he does, he can perform Hakai and erase your ass from existence entirely. It erases you physically, spiritually, and even temporally, as in it wipes you from time itself.
Such is the might of a god of destruction. For when Vegeta wants to go one step beyond, he seizes that very power. He becomes a warrior fueled only by lust for battle. He becomes Ultra Ego.
If Vegeta's head wasn't big enough
Ultra
before,
Ego.
his Widow's Peak probably has its own zip code by now.
As the offensive counterpart,
I never
to Goku's
seen this.
Ultra Instinct,
I never saw Super. I've skimmed through it and I heard stuff about it and I skimmed through fights, but I never actually sat down and watched it. So Ultra Ego is brand new to me. I never heard of this. I never heard of this transformation.
Ultra Ego.
If Vegeta's head wasn't big enough before, his Widow's Peak probably has its own zip code by
He lost
now.
his eyebrows
The
like Super
offensive
Saiyan 3.
counterpart to Goku's Ultra Instinct, Ultra Ego Vegeta is a veritable juggernaut, able to absorb any hits that come his way and return them even stronger.
It's wild this guy has a Napoleon complex. He's one of the biggest badasses ever to exist.
In a way, failing to beat Goku was probably the best thing for him. Vegeta's whole life was spent rebelling against the humiliation of his race, trying to prove his worth by being the best. By contrast, Goku's self-improvement was never stunted by his ego and insecurities. In realizing that, Vegeta became more than a fighter, but a husband and a father as well, willing to sacrifice himself for what mattered most.
And Vegeta got a taste of that himself when he hooked up with Bulma for some Super Saiyan sexy stuff. Getting to beat Frieza's golden ass probably didn't hurt either. He may not always win, but he'll never be put down for long. So be sure to practice your groveling, because this is one prince you don't want to piss off.
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
All right, bet. Oh, dang. I was just about to say we don't have the sprites, but we still got the sprite animations. I don't like sprite animations, man. I don't like 3D, not 3D, 2D games. I don't like sprite games. I like updated graphics, bro. The world tricked me. I thought we wasn't gonna have sprites.
Oh there, mighty warrior. What business havest thou upon earth?
Throw that hammer at me again, and my business will be polishing my gloves upon your face!
Didst that count?
And Vegeta never go all out in the beginning too, so we're gonna see how this go.
Thou fightst well for a mortal. Alas, you face a god.
I think Thor's energy absorption thing might throw this. Might give it to him. I can see them doing that. Otherwise, I still think Vegeta will win.
Gods. I'm the prince of all Saiyans, and you can burn in hell! Big Bang Attack! Tell me, does a god such as yourself feel fear?
He going through his transformations. Yeah, they gonna give it to Thor. Cause Vegeta is burning through transformations right now.
No fear, only fire.
All you will feel is oblivion!
Feel heaven's wrath. Always aim for the head.
Yep, I knew it. Once he started burning through transformations, I knew they was gonna give it to Thor. The second he went Super Saiyan Blue, I already knew it was over with.
Get it? Thor won because he's a natural blonde.
Despite Vegeta's immense power and tenacity, the God of Thunder had him outmatched in several key areas.
First off, the big one, who was stronger.
Despite being up against the God of Strength, Vegeta actually matched up pretty closely with Thor. Both could output power far in excess of destroying a single universe.
It's always tough to get an exact number for Dragon Ball Super's most powerful characters, but we can combine the size of Universe 7 with multipliers from Vegeta's transformations to get a rough estimate.
It's important to note that Ultra Ego's power boost has never been stated, but we do know that Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta were roughly even in power. When Goku applied a Kaioken times 20 boost to fight Jiren, Vegeta kept up after going Blue Evolve, implying that both increases in power are roughly the same increase. Similarly, Blue Vegeta matched base Top, and needed Blue Evolve to keep up with Top's God of Destruction form, which is extremely similar to Ultra Ego in theme and purpose. Given this is the best current example of a measurable form akin to Ultra Ego, we can assume that Ultra Ego's boost in power, at least initially, could be extremely similar in terms of a percentage increase, making Ultra Ego's original state about 20 times more powerful than Blue Evolve. With that in mind, Vegeta at his peak could destroy a universe roughly 260,000 times over.
And Thor was pretty close to that. Taking a look at the Marvel Universe's size, which has a radius of at least 1 trillion light years, as well as scaling to the Worldbreaker Hulk, Thor ended up only about 10 times stronger.
Not terribly different, and it's definitely possible Vegeta's power could increase during the fight to match him.
But even if he was stronger, it wasn't the only thing that mattered. Ultra Ego's damage absorption could only do so much against an opponent like Thor.
Vegeta may have trained as a warrior from birth, but Thor has been fighting for millennia against a much wider variety of foes, allowing him to adapt to Vegeta fairly easily.
And the fact that Thor was way faster gave him a lot of leeway to use that extra combat experience.
Applying Vegeta's transformation multipliers to the shockwaves from Goku and Beerus' punches, Vegeta should be able to fight at nearly 300 quintillion times the speed of light.
But scaling to Ares moving within plague time, Thor would be over 70 quadrillion times faster.
More than fast enough to avoid Vegeta's key attacks, and even more importantly, absorb all of them with Mjolnir. This alone could shut down all of Vegeta's ranged attacks.
Sure, Veggie could absorb it back with Spirit Vision, but he'd have to hit Thor first, and with that much of a speed difference, that's easier said than done. And
yeah, I knew it, man. That energy absorption, as soon as they said that in the beginning, I knew that was gonna be a big problem. And
Thor
it turns out it was.
Will the energy out of somebody, he could just take it right back, and then some.
Even without absorption, Vegeta's ki reserves are not infinite, and many of his battles have ended with him at low energy. He was exhausted by the end of the Tournament of Power, which lasted about 1 hour in total.
Meanwhile, Thor fought an army for over a month straight.
Theoretically, Vegeta could have ended the fight immediately with Hakai.
That's not the same thing, though. Him fighting an army for 40 days is not the same as what Vegeta was doing in that tournament. That's not a fair comparison because you're not looking at the level of threat that they was fighting. Vegeta could fight a regular army. Vegeta could fight the same army Thor was fighting for 40 days, 40 nights too. Like, you got to look at the enemy. Y'all look at the enemy.
For over a month straight.
Theoretically, Vegeta could have ended the fight immediately with Hakai, if not for the fact that Thor has resisted existence erasure before, including physically, spiritually, and temporally.
Meanwhile, Vegeta had no way to match the God Blast, which could have killed friggin' Galactus. And that guy has threatened the infinite multiverse with destruction just as a side effect of his battles. That's a level of power beyond anything we've seen in Dragon Ball yet, let alone Vegeta.
Vegeta was never going to go down easy, but Thor's raw power, speed, and devastating godly abilities were too much for the Prince of all Saiyans.
Vegeta nearly won until Thor blew his mind.
You might say that pun was kind of terrible.
You don't do puns! We've talked about this!
Aw.
Mike!
Dang, so that means that Thor can beat
The winner is
Goku.
Thor. Thank you for...
So they saying Thor can beat Goku then, because Goku ain't far off. Dang, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. I didn't see it coming in the beginning. I did not see this coming at all. My money was on Vegeta until that energy absorption stuff. And man, I ain't see it coming, bro. I did not see this coming. I thought we had more. I thought Vegeta had more. I thought we could tough it out. You know what I'm saying? But looks like we can't. Yeah, y'all, if y'all like this video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and I'll see y'all in the next one. I'm out.